Hi, I'm Jonas, creator of Loop One Done. I have a new update out right now, and finally, grid mode. Before you can move things around as you like, and you can still do that. But now you also have the option to placing things on a grid. So now when I activate it, you see it will start snapping to the grid. You can see here. So now it's much easier to build faster and more exact like this. But because you can't rotate in all axes, I've also added some new facilities like this ramp. So now you can build much faster using the grid mode. And in mixed reality, I also have added a new feature to be able to move things around from your original place. Like this doesn't look good, something has happened, and that's because I had another table here before, but I put this one here. So now I can actually, instead of rescanning my room, I can just press the move menu and this new move furniture button. And then I can just grab this and place it somewhere else. So I can align it here with my new table. And now everything is aligned with that one instead. And if I move things on the grid here, you can see here it snaps good on this table and it's aligned with the edge of the real table. And as soon as I get to the other table, you see it will align to that orientation instead. And if I drag it outside, it will align with the floor. But sometimes you want to align things both to the table, like this big one, or to the floor. And you can see here things doesn't align, they are off. And that's because this table is not like on the grid. So what we can do now is also you can just again move furniture with the grid mode selected. So now we will place all our real tables on a grid, so to say. So move this and it will snap and find something that looks good. And now everything will be aligned with this one instead. Perfectly. What more have I added? So I have fixed the robot. It can now properly throw things, works just fine. It was a really bad throw, but throwing is really hard. What more have I done? I'm gonna see my changelog here. Conveyor belt ramps, server cabin plant. Yeah, so there's a new facility in Iron called server cabinet plant. So this is creating cabinets to the server tower that we have over there. So this one needs steel pipes and steel plates. And this one you can build both outside and also inside the tower. So yeah, that's one of the new facilities. Annotation mode, yeah, this is like a weekend project. So now you can sketch one of those. The like two of you who has that, but it's nice. So here I can like sketch like, oh, here's the new grid mode. So it's a line. We have the here, and then we have another table like this in that direction, and this comes in this direction. It can be quite nice to just be able to plan ahead, like, oh, I'm gonna fly this drone here. Okay, nice. So then I can keep it here, and those strokes actually saves to the save file. So when you get back, those are still here. So you can do a lot of nice paintings and keep them there. It's not like super sophisticated, and if you hold here to delete them, they all will be gone forever. There's no undo or something. But it's quite nice because you can like sketch on your real surface like this, and it's really cool. But yeah, mostly a gimmick. In this game, there are real application for this pen. And what more have I added? Oh yeah, the cat mode. So let's get back to the menu. So the cat community authored training. So this one is a completely new section of the game where we have weekly levels and a high score. Currently I haven't published it, so it's just me who is on the top one, so please beat me there. And every week there are 6 new levels that you can play and compete in. You can also go through all levels that we published. And of course you can also create your own levels. So here we have a complete level editor with things like setting how much money, limit what kind of facilities we want to build, what tools we're allowed to use. Maybe you want to have a level that you're not allowed to build anything. We set a title. We can actually have custom gravity as well. It's pretty funny. You can have inverted gravity. And then we have the scenarios, and here you're saying what the player should do to compete the level. So if we delete everything here and we put maybe demolish a port. Okay, and we're gonna have 1. So now the scenario is that you need to destroy 1 port and then you will win the level. So I'm gonna try to test this locally. So you see here, demolish 1 port, progress 0 of 1. But there are no ports here, so I need to build one, and I have enough money to do that. It's very silly thing, but still. So destroy it, and then it's completed. Yay! And then you get a time, and you get a rank if it would be a real try. And yeah. And you can retry, or you can stop testing like this. And when you're finished with your level, you can publish it by pressing, by pressing the publish button. And then currently I will go through all submissions and approve them manually, but in the future we will have some automatic things going on. So yeah, please try that out and build some cool levels. Will be really interesting to see what you build. Some other things I've added is the new room mesh, so you can toggle the room mesh. So if we see here, you can see there was my old table that I moved here. So if I don't want to have that over there, so if I take this one and throw it, it will stop there in the middle of the air. That's not what I wanted. And instead of, again, you can just rescan the room, you can do that, or you can remove that one, and I can remove this table that I don't need anymore. I need to go there to remove it, and then you see this no longer stops in the middle of the air. And you can also duplicate another table, and you can drag it out like this. You also have the regular one that you can build those classic tables as well. And those also work with the new grid mode. Those also snap to the grid. So if I rotate like this and duplicate, you can easily place them next to each other like this. Another update is that when you're using the move tool and hover over any table, you can now see what table they belong to. So sometimes you maybe have noticed that something doesn't parent correctly to a table, and you can actually see it that is not parented by hovering like this. I also updated all art, so to align with the new grid, you can now build them very close to each other like this. And they also align much better than the old ones. Yeah, I also moved the publishing of the game, if you haven't seen that, to Ojsan Studio. So that's the same company, it's just me, it's just a different company type. It's an LLC instead of a sole proprietorship, I think it's called. So there's a new privacy policy and EULA for that, and that's mostly for the new C.A.T, because it contains user-generated content, and I want you to still be able to do what you want with those levels, so you own it and I license it. That's the deal. So if you wanna, I don't know, do something else with your levels, you're free to do that. You can't just use the art assets from my game. So yeah, that's mostly the deal with the EULA. So I had a proper lawyer drafting it, and then it's just a lot of bug fixes. I was saying the robots throwing, fewer invalid placement. You can now like place a robot very close to other facilities without you getting an error. I fixed the water purification facility, so this one no longer automatically generates water. You actually need to provide it water to create purified water. Overall, the game should be much more stable now. So that's great. Yeah, and another big thing is I've added an experimental VR mode. So now you can play in VR. Currently the controllers aren't the best. I will try to backport the controllers from the Steam version that is also up now as a demo, and you can wishlist it if you haven't already, if you wanna play with some nicer graphics. But yeah, the VR is basically the same game, but instead you have those tables that you build on instead of your living room. As the same, you can place your achievements on the walls. You can build everything out, and it's a bit more performant actually, because you don't have the pass-through and room detection. It still has support for hand tracking. So to use the new VR mode, you can go to save slots. You can take an empty save, and then you press this options toggle here for VR mode. And yeah, it's currently in beta. It's mostly the controllers that is like not the best locomotion. So I will add that from the Steam version. So it's coming. Yeah, that was update 0.18. So hope you like it, and see you next time.